Bubbly Steve is available for pre-order at shopclownfish.com. That's shopclownfish.com. You've got less than a month to pre-order this 15-inch plushie. Check them out. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Shang-Chi because somebody has to.
I was going to say that.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, see, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, we're going to talk about this forgotten Marvel movie. There doesn't seem to be a lot of buzz around this movie.
China seems to hate it.
China hates it too. We're going to talk about this because it looks like it might be delayed again. Now, you had some pictures on Twitter like a month ago. The toys were already on clearance.
Yes.
Yeah, the toys were already being cleared out.
Some people were posting on Twitter and they were tagging me in that their store, like a Target and stuff, that they're being cleared out too. And I know our Walmart cleared more out too.
Nobody wants Marvel's Katie. That's one of the characters. Just her name is Katie.
Really?
And I guess she's become the new Carol Danvers. She's clogging the shelves.
Or the Rose Tico, you mean?
Yeah.
Rose Tico. I remember we went to Disney right after, it wasn't long after Captain Marvel came out, and they had the toys, and I took a picture of me putting my finger through the dust on the boxes.
Oh yeah, there was a layer of dust on the Carol Danvers.
Yeah, and it was like, wow.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to talk about this because of the Delta variant and these unprecedented times.
Sure.
They might delay these movies again. Could possibly have anything to do with the lack of interest from China. Couldn't possibly have anything to do with Black Widow bombing. Couldn't possibly have anything to do with some other movies like Suicide Squad didn't do so hot.
This one was scheduled to go to the theaters only. And I think that plays into it too, because after everything that happened with Black Widow, I don't think they're going to want to turn around and make it Disney Plus and theatrical, not unless they have some kind of agreement in place after what happened with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they don't do that, they're going to have to move it because, well, how else are they going to release it?
Right. I don't know. They're definitely, and we're going to do another video talking about the Scarlett Johansson situation. That's definitely going to change things because Disney's getting called out all over the place for their treatment of
we were calling them out first. Anyway.
Scarlett Johansson. So it might not just be Shang-Chi. It might also be Spider-Man, might be Carnage. Who knows? Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 229,000 subs. Thank you for the support. We do talk about pop culture, talk about comics, talk about animation, Disney, whatever interests us that day. And yeah, this was making the rounds a day or two ago. This is on Cosmic Book News. They've got it. We got this covered. Has it that there's speculation. Again, this is speculation.
Yes, it's rumor.
Comicbook.com covered it too. Speculation that some of these movies might get pushed back. I just hope they don't push Ghostbusters back again.
I hope not, because, you know,
we had to wait a year.
The problem with pushing things back all the time is that the buzz dies down. And that's what happened with like Jungle Cruise and Black Widow and all those movies. They didn't push back so many times. People already felt like they already saw them. Yeah. And they just didn't care anymore.
Yeah, at some point you talk about a movie so much that by the time it comes out, especially if it's been delayed 6 months or a year, it's like, yeah, we've already seen it in our heads. Yeah. Tired of talking about it.
Just got tired of it in general, so.
Yeah, but Shang-Chi, I think a lot of people are tired of it already. It hasn't even come out.
Here's the problem that Disney's going to have. It's unrelated but related with like Shang-Chi and these other movies. Is that they're newer. They're not new characters, but the people that are the casual moviegoers, they are. Yeah. And they just don't care. And like I was saying the other day that they were talking that there's a rumor that they're going to put Riri Williams, Ironheart into Black Panther 2. And the reason they're doing that is the same reason that you know, that they do other things. They want to make sure they anchor that in people's minds. Like Captain Marvel, the comic, didn't sell worth shit. Couldn't sell to save its life, been rebooted how many times? So they made a movie about it to try to make it, to try to cement it. Ms. Marvel, they tried to put her in the video game. And now, you know, so and before the Marvels, she's going to have her own TV show. And the same with Riri Williams. So they're trying to cement them here to make people care. They don't care. So like the Eternals and Shang-Chi and all these other ones coming up, a lot of them are characters people don't know who the hell they are, nor do they give a shit. So they're not going to probably do that well.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to. I think this one's got DOA written all over it. And, you know, honestly, the last trailer was better. And I was kind of interested because they showed Abomination. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
But the first trailer, I was like, this looks like every other Kung Fu movie ever. This doesn't look like a Marvel movie. It was the same kind of blandness with Snake Eyes too, where it's like this doesn't look like Snake Eyes. It doesn't look like a G.I. Joe movie. It just looks like a run-of-the-mill kung fu action movie.
And he doesn't have his mask on.
He doesn't have his mask on, and it was like, blah, who cares? And it's same vibe I get from Shang-Chi. Who cares?
Yeah, it's kind of like when they did like all the volcano movies. Was it Volcano and Dante's Peak? And they had Deep Impact and Armageddon at the same time or whatever. They had this like flavor of the month this year. Apparently, it's kung fu movies.
Kung fu movies. There we go. All right. So, Cosmic Book News says fans should be prepared for the possibility that Spider-Man No Way Home and Venom 2 could be delayed, along with other movies also possibly facing delay due to the Delta variant now, maybe even Shang-Chi. The movie theater business has yet to return, so it could be that studios are thinking of, again, pushing it all back. They're basically going to push everything back like, no, we're not going to die. We're not going to give up. We're just going to keep delaying and delaying and delaying until one of these days we're going to get a $200 million box office again.
Yeah, well, they're not going to. I think those days are, well, 200 million, yeah, but not 2 billion or 1 billion they were getting before.
Oh, God, no. When there hasn't been a trailer from Far From Home, there are lots of leaks. I did an article on Pirates and Princesses yesterday about there are rumors now that they're getting the Sinister Six together and they're going to actually try to give them more comic book accurate costumes, which would be nice, but I have no idea.
Well, I know people are pissed because there hasn't been a trailer yet, which to me says, why hasn't there been a trailer yet for the Spider-Man? Mm-hmm. Was it No Way Home or something?
No Way Home, yeah.
There hasn't been a trailer for it, and then people are getting mad because they did the Ghostbusters show, they didn't do the trailer for Spider-Man, but I'm like, they pushed it back again, so that's probably why they haven't. I don't know. It is getting weird.
Yeah, so Venom 2, only says fall release. It's become known that Sony has pushed Venom 2 release date back internationally in Australia to October 14th. Last day of fall happens to be December 21st, so it's possible Venom 2 could be delayed anywhere between September 24th and 21st. Mm-hmm. It sounds like anymore at this point, they're just like, it's coming eventually. That's like, I love the Free Guy trailer reaction.
Yeah, that was funny.
Ryan Reynolds, where it's like, coming to a theater near you someday.
Yeah, they kept picking like on Valentine's Day, on Easter. Yeah, they had a bunch of different ones.
Yeah. Regarding Spider-Man No Way Home, which should be an obvious billion-dollar movie, especially if they're bringing the other two Spider-Man into it, and all the villains from all the... that's huge.
Only thing I'm concerned about is it's going to be too much
it's
in
absolutely,
one movie. Because you get to the place where it's like, that's fantastic, it's eye candy, but what the hell's going on,
Yeah, I keep thinking... the kids watch Too Many Cooks, Adult Swim. Too many cooks, too many cooks. Yes. It used to be like Too Many Pete's. Too many Pete's.
Too many everything.
Too many Pete's. And that's what happened with Raimi's Spider-Man 3. It was too many. Can you
ever have too many Peters? I don't know. I'm just asking for a friend.
Anyway, because that happened with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. It seems like we always have the curse of the third movie, and there were just too many villains, and that just had 3 villains in it. Now we're talking 6 billion villains. 6 billion villains. 6 billion villains.
Okay.
So that's the new team, the 6 billion villain
there
club. You go. Six villains, 3 Spider-Men,
that's okay.
Daredevil, freaking Doctor Strange. How many other characters have we got? Maybe Kingpin. I don't know. So we're talking. It's basically like Endgame with Spider-Man. And they'll probably shoehorn Miles Morales in there too at some point.
Well, what I want to see more of, what you said Kingpin, is I want to see more Daredevil with Charlie Cox, but I'm biased because I think he's really good.
You want more Cox?
I do. We want more Cox.
Peters and Cox.
That's right. You can't have too many Peters and Cox.
That should be the name of the show. That's coming to Disney Plus. Peter and Cox.
That would actually be funny.
Or Cox and Peter.
I would like to see more Daredevil because it was really good. Anyway, now you're just trying to think of Cox jokes. So let's just go back to the video.
Anyway, there's nothing at all, and the movie is supposedly 3 months away. Supposedly. That's unheard of. Yeah, I think it's going to be longer than that. There's no trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are like, what the heck?
Movie theaters have actually promoted the release of the flick themselves using fan art. But
really?
Yeah, I recently saw a bunch of promo art hit the net and merchandise, but hardly anything official. Well, they have the, I know the shirts popped up, the t-shirts popped up, and they have the black... They can't get the black Spider-Man costume right. This is the black Spider-Man costume for No Way Home because I guess the color gets eaten off of it or something. I'm looking at this thinking, make that red, you got Miles Morales. Mm-hmm. I'm just Just
The
saying.
color gets eaten off of this. What is this? Like, what's her name from Adventure Time that only eats Marceline, who only eats color red?
I guess color red's been eaten off of.
Okay.
That's the MCU Morbius. He just eats the color red.
Okay,
Because
yeah,
it's we can't go for a hard R rating in the MCU,
No.
so he's just gonna suck the
Well,
color.
they'll find a way to ruin Deadpool. You wait.
He's gonna suck it right out of Peter. All right, movie theaters have actually promoted the release. Okay, the writing, in his opinion, seems to be on the wall that Sony wants to release Spider-Man: No Way Home at the best possible time. Because
But when is that?
Make over $1 billion. There is no best possible time.
Best possible time would probably been a month or two ago when people were actually going to the theaters again, and now they're not going to go to the theaters again.
Sony has announced that they're pushing back the return to work at their offices from September to October. Shang-Chi, here we go. Shang-Chi could get released on Disney Plus and in theaters.
Well, they haven't so far, but it's possible they could change that. But they're going to have to figure out this whole deal problem, like with Scarlett Johansson first.
In China. We have to make China like this movie. We're gonna push it back until China learns to like this movie. Because we can't have another Mulan. We can't have another Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah, but they're just going to have another whatever because China doesn't like these movies.
They don't. For Shang-Chi, which is supposed to come out in September 3rd, a Redditor pointed out something rather interesting that sounds as if Shang-Chi could face another delay and get released on Disney Plus and in theaters at the same time.
Well, that's what I think Disney's going to do. They keep doing this, but they're going to have to come up with some kind of deal in place for the actors.
Yep. Separate tweets from the official Shang-Chi account have said only in theaters and in theaters, which may suggest a Disney Plus release. In addition, it said Disney has yet to send the final cut of Shang-Chi to international movie theaters, which suggests a delay. We're talking a couple weeks out. Regarding the Disney Plus release, it could just be the wording of the tweets, but it should be noted that Black Widow did bring in $51 million profit. According to Disney. So it could be possible Disney, like Black Widow, knows Shang-Chi will not do all that well at the box office. Wants to take advantage of the small Disney Plus release that brings in a decent amount of dollars. We can also add that Shang-Chi doesn't have any big name actors like Scarlett Johansson.
No one knows who the hell Shang-Chi is.
Nobody knows.
Unless you're a comic person, most people don't know.
Even then, I read a ton of Marvel comics in the 80s and 90s. I never once bought a Shang-Chi comic. I was familiar with the character, but I never picked up a Shang-Chi comic.
Right. So I'm just like saying, I mean, your already audience is limited because you don't have the recognition like Spider-Man has or something like that. And then, you know, it's your phase 4 is a bunch of characters that no one knows who they are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was talking about, this is Matt McGloin, he's talking about how, you know, if they do lockdowns again, it could kill off the theaters for good this time, and also mom and pop shops, so maybe they should start screening movies in Walmart. I don't know, but they got bigger problems, because the trailer's not landing well with the Chinese audiences. You talked about this before.
Yep.
So what are some of the issues the Chinese are having?
I have some of the, I think I have some of the tweets in here that they were saying, like, you know, when you translated it, when you had it translated, here, let me see. They said at the time, and this is a while ago, they said that it was 53% approval in Taiwan and 42% in Hong Kong. And I don't know if I have them here. Yeah, here's some of the comments. When translated, here's what the comments said. Black hair, yellow skin, single eyelid, small eyes, kung fu ninja, very much in line with the Asians in the eyes of foreigners. Ha 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 ha.
Oh boy.
I'm downcast after watching. What a great trailer. I don't want to go to cinemas at all after watching it. But this casting is in line with Lau Mei's stereotype of Asians. The background is also true. If you have played the Emerald Empire, you'll find this background familiar. It can be regarded as Oriental fantasy world and the fantasy of Westerners. It's embarrassing enough. Not bad. The foreigners in Chinese movies are pretty rigid too. So this go on. There's different comments. They were not exactly, some of them they got taken down because there's a blank here. But they were not exactly glowing compliments. And a lot of it says they feel like it's stereotyped.
He doesn't have the ideal face,
right,
for the titular. You know, they're very blunt about it. I noticed that they, like China, this was a big complaint they had with the Star Wars movies. They're like, why does the main hero guy look like a horse?
Well, they said
the Adam Driver. They were like, why is he so ugly?
They apparently their version of good looking in China is different because they said that to them, the guy playing his dad, I think they said is in the Mandarin. They were talking about his character, and they said there's a ton of chatter about how his charisma and charm and good looks overshadowed Simu. How do you say his name? Liu.
I think, yeah.
That's playing the main character. So they're saying his dad, according to China, is so much hotter and more charismatic.
Is he a DILF?
Is a DILF, yeah, there you go.
A
Apparently,
filth. What is it? Is it DILF or filth for a dad? I don't know.
Filth? I don't know.
Might be filth.
Let me see,
I'm sure the commenters are gonna let us know if it's a DILF or a filth. But yeah,
I
so
think DILF sounds better.
dad's
Filth
hotter.
sounds like you're doing something really bad.
Filthy.
Like filthy.
Well, it is.
I'd rather
filth.
say you're
It
a
is.
DILF than a filth.
It is
Filth.
filthy.
Filth. You can't say that. Filth. Anyway,
It is
you know
filth.
my mom watches these.
Anyway,
You can ask her if you're a DILF or a filth. She'll tell you too. So.
yeah. So they said, this is coming from Giant Freaking Robot, which I'm surprised because usually they're like every Marvel movie's the best movie ever, and they're even like, yeah, they're not really liking it that much. It's got a level of Asian representation I haven't seen yet, and meanwhile, actual Asians are like, yeah, no,
Yeah, pretty much.
No, we're good.
They think it's a stereotype. To them, they
We're
think
good.
It's a stereotype.
yeah, it's like, oh, here we go. Oh, how cute the Westerners are trying to make movies for China again. Isn't that cute? Isn't that precious? And meanwhile, China just keeps making movies that their audiences like, and they're destroying, American movies over there. I mean, it used to be that, America would produce movies, Hollywood would produce movies. If China liked it, then that was gravy money. It was extra money. Like, oh, good, China likes it too. There we go. We did pretty good. Like the Pirates movies,
Yeah.
And then after a while, it was like, oh, let's just make movies just for China, like
Well, let's
the
just take
Pirates
Chinese
movies.
money to make
Yeah.
movies and give and let them pander to some things they want. And now we're just making it straight for them.
Yeah, Mulan did so
Yeah, I
so
was saying
good.
Disney's doing so great with that right now. Aren't
So
they?
good. So I don't know, guys. They might be pushing it back for other reasons, but we're gonna wrap this one up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.